Well, it's solid, it's strong, and it's heavy on public safety. That was the message from Mayor Linda Gorton today as she revealed her budget proposal. And it's the first time the city has a general fund worth more than $500 million.
And while the budget addresses housing and social services, WKYT's Chad Hedrick explains how a new software system will help police investigate crimes and how you can help as well. It's our top story at 11.
Inside the Lexington Police Department's new real-time intelligence center, these monitors serve as the eyes to the city's traffic cameras, the first steps of a new system the city is looking to adopt.
We are well aware we need to continue to take a broader approach to keep our city safe.
That approach comes by introducing Fusus. It's a real-time video-based intelligence software cities use when investigating crimes by using cameras already available, such as traffic cams.
Technology reinforces police resources, strengthens cases, and saves time.
Cities like Atlanta use the database and credit them for their 100% success rate for solving homicides. The system would use a combination of traffic cameras in the city, flock cameras, and the voluntary inclusion of businesses and homeowners to investigate crimes such as shootings or robberies and give police better ideas of suspects, descriptions, and which way suspects went.
Many of our businesses, particularly downtown, are very interested in this system because they can choose which of their cameras to tie into it, particularly if they are outward-facing cameras.
Citizens who registered their cameras can choose the level of access police have.
It is an investigative tool and a resource we can use to streamline emergency response and incident management.
In Lexington, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Well, some other key points today from Mayor Gorton's proposed budget include funds for affordable housing. She included $2 million on top of the more than $13 million from the American Rescue Plan funds for affordable housing. There is also funding for an assistant manager position in the Affordable Housing Office. $6 million is being proposed to be dedicated towards the next steps to make decisions for a new city hall. And a 5% raise is being proposed for non-sworn employees, as well as funds to continue to improve parks across the city.